Erin Rosales. Someone once asked me the question, what was it like when you first started interpreting? And if I'm going to be incredibly honest with you, I'm going to say I was saying Hail Marys before each appointment, left and right, just praying that I would be able to understand everybody who was communicating and speaking in that encounter. And I'm going to be really honest with you, and please don't send hate messages. I was praying that I would be able to understand all of the Mexican speakers. Having not lived in Mexico myself, I knew that it was a different form of Spanish, a different flavor of Spanish, so I was concerned about the accent, I was concerned about the pacing, I was concerned about the terminology. Backing it up a few years, where did the seed of concern come from? I had lived abroad in Bolivia as my first exchange experience, my first time immersed in a Spanish-speaking culture, Spanish-speaking language, and when I first got there, having had some academic classroom background, I, of course, had those initial bumps that you have to get over with as a non-native speaker, and by the time I was done with the experience there in Bolivia after 3 months, I was really impressed with myself because I was able to communicate well with elderly folk who were not accustomed to interpreting or, communicating with people, non-native Spanish speakers, so check that one off. I was dreaming in Spanish. So I was kind of checking off all the boxes to know that, yeah, my fluency was pretty good. Oh, I also argued with the bus driver. That's a story for another time. And then I graduated college, and after college I went to Honduras, and I'm all confident, I'm ready, I know I'm going to be able to communicate well with everybody, and I cannot understand any of these Spanish speakers here. What happened? My confidence went from, yep, I've got this, to plummeted all the way down. So when I came to the United States and I knew that I was going to be interpreting primarily for speakers of Mexican background, I thought, oh my goodness, is it going to be yet another dip before I kind of came back up and my language and fluency skills would match the needs of the people for whom I was communicating. So that is my first memory of interpreting as an early interpreter, and I've survived. Turns out that, yep, I did have the skills and fluency to be able to navigate through some of those challenging language encounters, and as far as I know, nobody has died as a result of my not having any experience immersed in the Mexican style of Spanish flavor, and I've come to incorporate some of that into my own way of speaking as well. So languages are fun. Interpreting for Spanish speakers is especially fun because of all the different dynamics and flavors of language that you get to have encountering the people of the different Spanish-speaking backgrounds. So lots of Spanish-speaking interpreters out there, so please share your experiences of interpreting for people of different Spanish-speaking background. And if you're not a Spanish interpreter, but you have a similar experience of interpreting for people in your working language from different regions and what you've learned and how you've grown from that as an interpreter, and maybe also as a human being. So thank you very much. Look forward to hearing some of your stories. Happy interpreting. Bye for now.